It was just a shock to the system for an engine that only had 2,000 miles on it to have this many problems that it had to be pulled out. It was over $5,000 to rebuild the engine. The gentleman laid himself out to be an expert. There were pictures, there were forum posts. There are some guys in California that are the undisputed experts, and this guy agreed with 9/10 of what they said. So there was definitely trust there that it would be done correctly. Where the story really began is after the rebuild, there was always smoke coming out of the exhaust, right? This occurred from the get-go, but the reason that it didn't shock me is that the builder told me right when I was breaking it in, it may smoke, it's got moly rings in it, they may take up to 2,000 miles in order to seat. So I drove it, I drove the tires off of it. When the smoke continued, I went ahead and I paid over $700 to get a carburetor rebuilt. It's got a new carb, new distributor, paid extra for forged pistons, and it's smoking. I would keep driving it and I'd reach out to my engine builder. I would change the oil at the intervals he requested. I would always use a zinc additive or I would use racing oil. I was always finding metal shavings either in the coolant or in the oil. I mean, it wasn't big. It didn't look like anything I should be worried about because every time I emailed him, he said that it was fine. And if you go back and you look at the rebuild, there are metal shavings then. I didn't know that those hinted at a larger problem. As the smoking continued, he had me do a compression test. Never done one before, parts store equipment, so it looks like it reads high, but the important thing I was told is everything looked even, but when I took the spark plugs out, there was one of them that was oil fouled. With just one spark plug oil fouled out of the rest of them, I replaced them all. The same thing happened again. I pulled off the head. And what struck me about the cylinders is that the number 2 cylinder had a different appearance to it, right? It was shiny and everything else was carboned up. My builder asked me to ship the head to Florida, and I did that at my expense. He found nothing wrong, recommended that I pull the other head, which I did. I found nothing wrong with that. And because I had leaks upon leaks, I decided, let's just pull the engine. I'd been cleaning the engine, and I was going out of town for a few days, so I put oil in the cylinders because I knew with carb cleaner in there, they'd probably rust. And I came back, and there was a pool of oil in all 7 cylinders, except for that one that had always looked clean. I ran a time-lapse video, and over a 24-hour period, all that oil drained out. So I thought, okay, here's the smoking gun, pun intended. Here's the smoking gun. It must have a ring problem. Now, I called my engine builder, right? I'm thinking I should take out a piston, but I don't want to do it, right? I want to keep any warranty that I have intact. Here's the thing, when I called him, kept getting voicemail.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
So I paid an ASC certified mechanic to come help me pull this piston. Again, hoping just a small problem. That was the least of my problems. It wasn't a ring problem. I will let you see what he found.
All right, let's see. I ain't happy with that at all. That's your rod bearing that cranks. See all them scratches in it? That right there is probably why you're chewing up the bearing so fast. I don't know what that is right there. See little pieces of it?
Yeah.
You can't put a motor together like that.
So here it is, 2,000 miles. I've got to do something with this. Can't get my builder on the phone.
David Gaines is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages.
So I'm having to spend more money, find another party to go through this again. What can I say? No, I would not use them again.